Tony, the irrigation season.
The season. Well, we're well into supposedly winter. We've had one significant rainfall. We're still desperately in need of a large rainfall event or two large rainfall events. Water levels are still relatively low. Groundwater levels are still relatively low. Some of that snow we had early on is gone. So two of our sources of water that ends up in our groundwater are still pretty desperately short. I was in Hawke's Bay recently. Their rainfall in Hawke's Bay from about Napier south is less than 50% of average from January to June, and about over a quarter of it came in one rainfall event. So they're heading in the same direction that particularly North Canterbury has headed in. So we've got some issues with recharge, getting soils replenished, and getting set up again for the spring, which is actually just 2 months away.
This is the third one in a row.
It is the third one in a row, and that's the tough thing. I mean, one drought farmers have got the resilience to deal with. Two becomes really tough, but to go 3 years in a row, that's backbreaking stuff. And yeah, look, it's not looking good right now. I mean, the only rainfall events we're getting are coming out of the northern Tasman. They're being spurned off the Queensland coast. Plenty of rain on the west coast of both islands, but very little of it is making it to the east coast.
So irrigation is now vital.
Irrigation is absolutely vital. I mean, and this coming season, I mean, we potentially have shortage in supply this year unless things turn around very quickly in the next 2 months.
Do you know what the long-term climate outlook is?
Well, the long-term climate was for what we're getting to persist for the 3 months, June to August. Yeah, that doesn't augur very well, Rob. Yeah, we need both in the North Island and the South Island. We need a couple of those horrible southeasterly systems that set in for several days at a time, and that everybody starts complaining about because they forgot about the fine weather that preceded them.
We are going to need some pretty serious growth.
Yes, we are going to need some serious growth, and that's why it's so important that we get our soils replenished, particularly the dryland guys. We get our soil moisture replenished. So in fact, when we get to the point where growth can take place, everything's in its favour to get going again.
It's a really tough old world out there for those guys.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you wonder why people do this sometimes. You know, I mean, yeah, if you've got irrigation, you've got some resilience in the system, but without irrigation, there's, you know, when you have potentially three seasons in a row, the resilience is no longer there, and you know, and I guess it becomes desperate.
It's not just the pastoral farmers.
Absolutely not. It's not just the pastoral farmers. I mean, if we go through another season like we had last year, then the dryland cropping guys everywhere, North and South Island, they're going to face the same depressed yields that we've had in the last 2 years.